Alright, I'm going to try turning off the battle cries, because I'm sick of Minsk's battle cry. In fact, overall Minsk is beginning to bug me, but... Skeletons! Oh, they're clustering around where we're going to be. This shouldn't be hard. Nope, not hard at all. No loot on them either. Oh, we've got a house though. Right, this is awkward. I recorded 40 minutes of the wrong screen for the rest of this video. I've done my best to recreate what I did, but I'm just going to be using the old audio with new footage, so it's not going to match up perfectly. Apologies for that, but I didn't want to like act the as if it was the first time I was doing this stuff, so sorry. Oh, my house is abandoned, but there's a guy here. Please keep your voice down, will you? It's hard enough getting the hang of this fish wrangling business without you scaring them all away. Fish wrangling? I take it you've never done this before? Nay, I have not. Used to be a miner, I did. I've sunk to this to feed my family. Not that it's a bad way to make a living, mind you. I just prefer having a good solid pick in my hands and sweating while I work. There's too much standing around waiting for the fish to bite. Oh well, we do what we must. Alright then. Suppose not every encounter in D&D is, how do I put this? Interesting.
Hello, pal.
A hearty welcome to you. Come to test the metal against the denizens of the water, have ye? A fine profession it is, and I've not enjoyed myself in ages. Simply ages. Wow. All three of these are rude answers. There's, oh, I bet you get chased by villagers, or there's, hey, you're a touch loony, or, hey, you make me ill. Pardon me for noticing, but you seem a touch, oh, how shall I put this? A touch loony. You're entitled to your interpretation, though I prefer to think of myself as optimistic. I've been put out of work because the iron shortage too, blah 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 and all that rot. I've simply chosen not to let it get me down. So I'm out of the mind, so what? I'll fish for food and look decidedly less pale by the end of the day because I got some sun for a change. Now if you don't mind, I got some singing to do. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. Oh, I do like to fish beside the lake full of rivers. We found a knoll. We found numerous knolls. What are they doing? They're fighting Drizzt. You there, will you help a stranger in need? I am beset by gnolls. Fear not, we will not stand aside while another is in peril. The fight is joined and I welcome your aid. Tiresome beasts these gnolls are, and I'll be glad to be done with them. Sila, this is Drizzt the Drow, a well-known honourable ranger. Don't be misled by his looks. Wow, Ajantis, wow. If he is in need, we should help him defeat his attackers. He's like one of the most powerful figures in the D&D, like one of the most powerful mortals. He is not threatened at all by gnolls. Well met, stranger. I am Drizzt the Drow, and I appreciate your assistance. It is a long enough trip to the Icewind Dale, even without these constant interruptions. I do not recall banditry being of such epidemic proportions in this area. How long has this been so? Seisha on mention Ele, Drizzt the Drow. Pleasure meeting you. I have heard the talk of you among my kin, and I am glad that we met. I am Kivan of Shilmista. I never expected to find a noble soul in one of your kin. Wow! Just the rampant racism among my party. I serve Shevarash, yet I would not blaspheme my faith by shaking hands with you. Oh my god. The true blood of Itheri runs strong in you, uncorrupted by Lolth's treachery. The 5,000 years goodness still nests in the darkness. I know not how many of my kin are born and remain unspoiled by Lolth's teachings, but my father was. I may be that one day we may all come together and walk the surface as friends to all beings of good faith. Then Shevarash's labours would truly be complete. Shevarash has a grimmer perspective. The thousands of years of hatred that divide our peoples will not be easily forgotten. We must hope, however, with Miliki's blessing, Kivan. Ah, Manel, Nova Kalana Malta, Moriquesir. May your ways be green and golden, Dark Elf. It was not always thus, and we strive to return peace to these lands. Noble goals indeed, and ones I would hold dear myself. Your struggle will be difficult, for the bandits that I have encountered, being beset at every turn as I am, are no mere vagabonds with blades. The humans bear the style of the Black Talons, and the hobgoblins that of the Chill. Mercenary groups both of them, and as such it is unlikely that they are the architects of this endeavour. You would do well to insinuate yourself into their ranks and determine their true masters. Now we've already killed them all, don't worry. Difficult, but not impossible, and potentially the most fruitful course. That is sage advice that I would have heeded should we not already have done it. Know that I will think well of you on your journey. Well met, friend. Luck be on your side. Perhaps I shall seek you out elsewhere along the Sword Coast. Farewell, Drizzt away! Yeah, I've heard a lot of talk about this this chat. And, like, the two realms of thought... or the three realms of thought. One is that it's there solely as fan service and as a chance for an evil party to kill him to get some of the best equipment in the game. There's the idea that this is him sort of doing PR, basically, reaching out and letting the little folk help him in a fight that he could very, very easily win on his own. And the third one is that they're just idiots and they didn't know what they were doing with him. Personally, I'm inclined to believe the second one, with the first one being a bit of an influence. But yeah, in the early days of D&D, there was a lot of inherent racism that it's only to be... I say in the early days of D&D, it's only in the latest few official releases they're actually subverting that. And like with Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, they've now added in stuff like ways to not have those kinds of racial traits and racial inherent things that could have connotations of real life, such as the Dark Elves being evil, whereas these days it is less sort of a definitive fact that Dark Elves, the dark-skinned elves, are evil. But it's a little bit shocking that two of my guys were like, look, you're a Dark Elf, so you're obviously evil, but at the same time we know you're not. So, come on, guys. More gnolls. I wonder if Drizzt is going to help again. No? No, it's just me? Okay, I wonder if we will manage against, the oh-so-mighty gnolls. They are so dangerous, these gnolls. Minsk, why don't you tell us about how dangerous gnolls... Oh, never mind, they're all dead. Combat's a lot quieter without battle cries, but I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It was very annoying. Yep, that area's complete. Right, I'm going to go sell my stuff and then continue exploring. Ooh, a flint. That's a high-level gnoll. And a gnoll veteran. And gnoll slashers and elites. God, it's a gnoll party. Gnoll party.
As you will.
Murderers in disguise. Why are you fighting that? Use your sword, would you? Evacuation. Excavation. I always get those two words mixed up. Excavation nearby.
You on Baruk's land. Baruk say go away, so go.
We're just passing through and won't be any bother. You have our word.
Your words mean nothing. Kill them.
Wow. You could have walked away. Could have walked away. Now Baruk is dead, and his commando army is going to die next. A couple of commandos are only dangerous at range. We should be able to get some nice fire arrows off them. Oh, this looks like the excavation.
Leave us alone, will you? Nothing for you here.
Put your backs to those shovels, men. If she's not out tonight, we'll lose her to the bandito scum. Is that how humans seek knowledge? By digging up the burial mounds of their ancestors? I urge caution, my friend. Curiosity of this nature oft nests in evil or greedy souls. You there, state your business, but don't move from where you stand. I don't want to have to sick the boys on you. Relax, we mean no harm to ye. Have ye had much trouble? What's with the weird accent, Agentis? I'm trying it out. Have we? Aye, and plenty of it. I don't know why I've gone Irish all of a sudden. Nary an eve goes by without us losing another hand to the night. I swear, if we could just get a few moments of uninterrupted digging done. Say, you wouldn't be willing to do a little service for me, would you? You could do a lot worse than working for old Charleston Nib. We would like to know what we would be protecting. What are you doing here? Looks to be glorified grave robbing in nothing but a decrepit tomb. You're partially right, though it's not a tomb but an ancient settlement. It's also all that remains of a primitive race long since extinct, and we know very little about their culture, save that they seem to have destroyed themselves in war. Perhaps today we will learn something more. We're just about to break through into the inner chamber. Perhaps the dwelling of the village shaman himself. Mayhaps you could be of assistance to us. We need but keep the camp secure a little while longer. Your very presence would probably dissuade anyone from attacking us. It would be an honour to help you learned people in your quest for knowledge. Are your opinion bloody changed, Enchanced? Gracious we are! Now we stand a chance of completing the most exciting day of our dig. We're going to try for an entire new room today, possibly the shaman or chieftain quarters. We could find any number of relics within. Move amongst the men as you will, as your presence will no doubt reassure them.
You said something?
Why, hello there. Could we just step aside a moment and have a little chat away from prying ears? First, my name is Galor. Second, we'd never had this conversation that we're having right next to Charleston Nib. I'm the partner, that old Mr. Charleston you met, except I'm none too thrilled about the non-profit aspects of this whole thing. The old man seems to think we should donate all our findings to some museum, whereas I'm ever more practical. I should think certain people would pay dearly for the magical treasure we're about to unearth, and if they would be so eager, who are we to stand in their way? I would like you to steal the item and remove Mr. Nib. This man is talking about killing the archaeologist, whatever, and all his helpers and stealing some magical item. Get you gone, rascal. Hey, I was talking to him. Or is it you who makes the decisions? Sylar is our leader, but I'm a paladin in the name of Helm, and I won't tolerate such a treachery. Enchanced is absolutely right. We will do no such thing as you intend. Blast you, you're playing just as safe as the old man. So be it. I will find other means to acquire a fair measure of profit. Best you continue whatever you're doing. Huh. This man really gave me the creeps. I mean, picking a pocket is one thing, but killing a dozen workers to steal some stupid artifact is horrible. Get lost. I am afraid he might succeed in finding help. We should visit with Charleston to ward off the bloodshed. Could just kill him. Off with you! Charleston, this guy we stood right next to.
Yes?
Success! We're about to enter the last remaining room. It's sure to be the shaman's abode. Charleston, you know your friend, he wants to murder you. Charleston, are you listening to me, Charleston? I feel like he's not listening to me. Now we'll get some real information about what these peoples were truly like. Hey boss man, your accent keeps changing and I don't feel so good. How old is the air in this place? Technically, all air is the same age, it just changes and adapts. Except this lot hasn't in like 5,000 years. I would guess that we're the first people to walk in here in 5,000 years. That was a guess on my part. The very gods of Netheril would have been young at that time. It's so cold in here, I feel strange. I hear a voice in my head. The voice, it's a hollow voice, but it is a mumble. Speak up and guide my hands. You, I see what you are. There is power to be had from your death. Your blood will quiet the voice, blood will quiet. Koza aplet da kastogla. Koza. Oh no. Well, I'm really glad we're not going to be murdering 12 people. Oh, well, they all start injured. Oh wow, they've got virtually nothing going for them.
Yes?
Hey, I think I can explain the madness that overcome my men. They seem to scream in some ancient tongues, but I recognize the word Koza. It's the name of an ancient power, the name of a god of pandemonium. The tribe that lived here must have worshipped Koza and the destruction he brought. The artifact that lies within the stone sarcophagus must be what caused all this bloodshed. Surely that artifact is cursed beyond belief. Make sure it is within its proper place and we will seal the entrance. It's best that it never sees the light of day. My head hurts just trying to make sense of what you're saying about this Koza. But, I guess he was some evil god and this place has something to do with him, like a temple, right? Yes, basically you're right. What of it? So these workers we just killed attacked us because it's him or something? How come none of us are affected? I am unable to answer your questions. Definitely not living in our heads waiting to awaken at a later date. We know little of this culture, and that is why I was researching. I doubt that I would ever have an answer for you, random girl who I know the name of. It is Imoen, right? Yeah. It's sad, really. I had sought to bring a little life back to a long extinct people, and look what I wrought. Certainly some things are better off remaining dead. It's gone Russian now. How does this happen? Here is your pay for the time you spent here. Your services are no longer required. Everyone pack up, we're leaving. Yes, we should leave. You should watch out for your partner, Gallo. He wanted me to kill you so that he could profit from your find. Tread carefully. Out of curiosity, this idol depicts Kozar the Stormstar, a long-extinct god who was venerated and feared among the less powerful strata of ancient Netherese society. Worship of this god of storms, earthquakes, strife and rebellion was outlawed by many of the civilization's powerful archwizards. Many Kozoan shrines and temples were therefore built in secretive underground locations. Yeah, I'm not touching that. Oh! Oh shit, it's Brage! Please, I beg of you to go no further. Brage is there, strewn about with the carnage he has wrought. I tried to reason with him, but it is as if he is possessed by another soul. It was all I could do to flee the swing of his tremendous blade. Please, unless you wish to witness madness in a once good man, leave him be and pray the spirit leaves him for good. Who is this Brage you speak of that we know a lot about already? Before this curse befell him, he was the captain of the guard in Nashkel. I am his cousin, Larissa. For all the bonds of love and blood, save him from his present agony if there is a way to do so. There, don't worry, lady. We'll try and save Brage for you, Kay. Please, my name is Larissa, not Kay. I'd be most grateful for any help you can give him.
Greetings, playthings. Thou hast found me when I alone could not.
I pray you left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead us all back again. The others did not, so they have decided to stay. Shall we try to find the way home together? I pose to you a riddle, the answer to which I once knew, but now cannot perceive. Remind me, and we shall all return unto the day. Fail, and stay with me in the dark, forgetting whence we came. It has neither mouth nor teeth, yet it eats its food steadily. It has neither village nor home, nor hands nor feet, yet it wanders everywhere. It has neither country, nor means, nor office, nor pen, yet it is ready for fight, always. By day and by night there is wailing about it. It has no breath, yet to all it appears. A bear. No, that can't be right. Well, it's not an outlaw, not a bear, not an insect, because they all have mouths. It could be war, but war doesn't appear to all. Wind, you can't really describe as eating. The circus, that's just weird. The moon doesn't have food, so that just leaves death. The end of night where the light shines upon mine eyes, and I can see clearly once again. What have I wrought? 'Tis horrible, horrible. I will welcome the block that must await me at Nashkel. How could I live with what I've done? Please, thou must guide me to the town that I must pay for my crimes. I fear I can keep my senses for only so long, and I must not be allowed to do this again. Too many good people have lost their lives to me, please.
We'll see you back safe as we can, though I don't see how killing you will help those who have died. We shall take you to the Temple of Helm, in hopes that you may be healed.
I fear I can do nothing for those I've wronged, whether I live and die, and still know not what led me to this. It's like a foul presence in my mind. I can only imagine that I've finally succumbed to battle fatigue. Take my weapon that I might not harm another. Use it if thou wish, though I'd rather it be destroyed. Innocent blood on everything. I'd only just acquired the sword. Such a waste this has been. Take me to Nashkel. I can bear this no longer. No, I cannot show my face here after what I've done. Just give me to the guard, and I might take my punishment as I should. Do not disgrace me further in front of Helm.
Calm yourself, Brage. Helm sees all that he wishes and knows much of what you do not. It was your hands indeed that did many a foul deed, But it was not your will alone. Intent is vital, and yours was influence without your knowledge. Justice will be done, but with atonement, not punishment.
Your words show great wisdom, and hope is restored. Thank Helm we decided to bring this poor soul here. Inclines his head to acknowledge his assent with Enchanced's words.
But my crimes, my family, I don't want to go on. If you are returned to the garrison, yours will be the only willful killing that has occurred about this matter. It would be a waste of your life, which, fractured though it is, can still contribute much. Helm will see you through. As for our intrepid friends here, I shall exceed the reward offered by Ublek. After all, it was the same task of bringing Brage to justice. The temple is in your debt for the return of its lost son.
See? Aren't you glad you listened to my idea to bring him here instead of turning him in for the bounty? Now we'd have gotten double the reward.
Yeah, you're right, Imoen. Glad I took your advice.
I don't think I like the way you said that.
Thank you again for your help.
1,000? That's not much, but okay. Oh, I've got this sword. It's the Cursed Berserking Sword +3. This is a cursed sword which performs perfectly under every test save the heat of battle. Upon entering combat, the wielder will immediately go berserk, killing everything within reach until either calming down or falling unconscious. A very powerful sword, but one must decide whether or not it is worth the risk. Even once the battle fury is ending, the sword can only be removed via an exorcism. Well, we knew that it had been given to him. Was it by Tazok or Davion? It was by someone involved with this. And they gave it to him in a way to, as an attempt to destabilize the Nashkel Guard.